Assalamualaikum and good morning to Madam Nadira and my fellow friends. So, my name is Nur Iswariza Natasha binti Yusuf, matric number 07DKN19F1087. So, today we're gonna present about percentage of internet users activity due to COVID-19. First, the introduction. We are from DKF4C were instructed to make a graph about percentage of internet users aged 16 to 64 in Malaysia who reported spending more time on each activity due to COVID-19. The purpose to know the tendencies of people during movement control order. Second, to see how wise people handling their time during their stay at home. Third, to find out how much they spend to buy internet plans and how that affects their expenses. Background. The global digital landscape is still evolving rapidly as we enter the second half of 2020, with the ongoing coronavirus pandemic continuing to influence and reshape various aspects of people's daily life. Lockdowns may have been lifted across many countries, but many of the new digital behaviors that people adopt during confinement have endured, resulting in meaningful increases in various kinds of digital activity.
My name is Norfaiza binti Sari and my matrix number 07DK19F1072. Now I explain about the method. The method that we use to collect data is through a global web index coronavirus multi-market study article. We have a percentage of internet users aged 16 to 14 in selected countries who report spending more time on each activity due to COVID. The article showed that there are 8 types of platform users been using on internet, and it also shows how much percentages of each platform they have been using.
This is the graph we made about COVID-19, the activity increase in online and digital activities. From the graph, watching more shows and films in streaming services, our love affair with streaming continues, with more than half of global web index respondents saying that they are still streaming more films and TV shows over the internet today than they did at the start of 2020. But connected technology hasn't just been keeping people entertained during lockdown. More than 8 in 10 mobile phone users surveyed in by a recent report that internet-connected technologies have helped them cope during the pandemic, enabling them to support their children's education, 76%, stay in touch with friends and family, 74%, and even improve their mental health and well-being, 43%. Indeed, numerous stories have emerged over recent weeks highlighting the role that connected technology can play in combating issues such as loneliness amongst the elderly. Second, spending longer using social media. Similarly, more than 4 in 10 internet users say that they are still spending more time using social media such as Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp to contact each other during their stay at home. Social media users have grown by more than 10% over the past year, taking the global total to 3.86 billion by the start of July 2020. This means that for the first time, more than half of the world's population now use social media, with more people using social media than not. Growth trends indicate that an average of than 1 million people started using social media for the first time every single day over the past 12 months, equating to almost 12 new users every second. What's more, the pace of growth appears to have accelerated in recent months, despite the global total having already passed the halfway mark. I will pass to Nur Faiza. Thank you.
Now I explain about spending more time using mobile apps on the graph. The figures we report for mobile phone users and the latest data from GSMA Intelligence show that unique mobile users continue to grow, despite to the overall total. New researchers show that the increased use of connected devices that we report in the April report continues today, despite many countries starting to lift the lockdown restriction that triggered that initial surge in use. The latest wave of Global Web Index coronavirus multi-market study finds that 7 in 10 internet users are still spending more time using mobile phones compared to pre-pandemic levels, while nearly half of are still spending more time using laptops. And after that, I explained about listening to more music streaming service on the graph. However, music also technology that includes in research. Global Web Index research also reveals that music on mobile phone have become increasingly important tools for internet users, especially while you want to doing work or relaxing listening to music. People tend to listen to the music to make them feel energetic and happy. And I explained about spending longer using messenger service. But connected tech has not just been keeping people entertained during lockdown. More than 8 in 10 mobile phone users report that internet-connected technologies have helped them cope during the pandemic, enabling them to support their children's education, stay in touch with friends and family, and even improve their mental health and well-being. So, while there's plenty of evidence that excessive use of connected technology can be harmful, it's worth remembering that the same technologies can also improve people's quality of life.
Hello and hi everyone. My name is Nur Izzatunyana binti Arif and my matrix number is 07DKA19F1069. So next I will explain about the spending more time playing computer and video games, creating and uploading video, and listening to more podcasts. So based on the graph, there was an increase of 35% on spending time on playing computer and video games. So the age group that tends to spend a lot of time playing computer and video games is in the age range of 16 to 25 years old. So the video games that are often mentioned by the public are PUBG Mobile and Mobile Legends. And next, there was a 16% increase in creating and uploading videos. Actually, this activity is one of the ways that the community does to generate income from home, either streaming video games, creating vlogs, or cooking shows. And lastly, listening to podcasts got a 15 increase. A podcast is an episodic series of spoken word digital audio files that a user can download to a personal device for easy listening. A podcast series usually features one or more recurring hosts engaged in a discussion about a particular topic or current event. The COVID-19 pandemic led to increased online and digital activity. To control the COVID-19 pandemic, physical distancing and quarantine measures were mandated. Economic activities have increasingly moved online during the movement restriction periods. It is now normal to work from home, attend classes remotely, and to use an e-wallet for offline and online shopping. Here, it must be remembered that while we must increasingly adopt digital tools to become a leading nation in the digital economy, this must be coupled with meaningful connectivity to ensure that the benefits of digitalization are enjoyed by all. Provide digital health solution. Telemedicine and remote diagnostic are helping patients get medical advice and diagnosis at home so they don't need to come into the doctor's office or hospital, and 3D printing is being used to expedite the production of critical medical supplies, such as PPE. Zero rating plans enable firms to let users access data from the sites and services without having to bear data charges. Usually, this is not strictly permitted as it violates the basic principles of net neutrality, where internet traffic has to have the same priority and cost.